Causes love doesn't exist. Episode 34. Gui-hyun got into such a big accident and I heard Yunhai doesn't even bother going anywhere near his hospital. And you too have gone there only once or twice. At first I thought it might have been due to your shock, but it turns out I was wrong.
What are you implying?
I heard Ijin's back in the country. I hear he's going to take over the role of the chief director of strategy. Did you have Ijin in mind, in case Gui-hyun wouldn't make it? And that's why Yunhai never visited the hospital once. She probably didn't want the fact to get out that she was in a relationship with Gui-hyun.
What does that have anything to do with you? That's between us and the Suwon household, an agreement made since long ago. Who Yunhai gets to settle down with has nothing to do with you, a stranger. Mind your own business.
At the sight of my Suwon parents, who didn't even bother hiding their true faces, I felt a deep disgust. As if I was hung upside down in a cesspool. As you said, it's none of my business. But one thing's for sure, you have to tell grandfather and Suwon that Yunhai and I were switched at birth. As I said earlier, you have 1 week. I'd hope everything will be taken care of by then.
Sean.
I don't want to live as Sean Kim anymore. I felt as if I was assaulted from head to toe, and my entire body ached. I'll be off.
Wait, Sean. Yunhai already liked Ijin. She met Ijin way before she met Gui-hyun. And she liked Ijin first. Those two were talking since the beginning. For a few years, contacting each other regularly.
At those words, a memory long past came to mind. The first day I met Yunhai in Hanam. The way I felt a strange sense of anxiety at the sight of Yunhai's face as she looked at Ijin.
When Yunhai first heard about Gui-hyun's accident, she was in such a bad state. Do you know how sick she got? She couldn't go to work for a week. That's why she couldn't visit him in the hospital. Do you think she was really fine? And after that, I told her not to go to the hospital. Yeah. You're right. There's a big chance Gui-hyun might not wake up from this. So how could I send Yunhai to go visit him? She might not be able to get married and be left with a scar. So why would I? But Yunhai was telling me about Ijin after having met him at the office. It was the first time in a while her face lit up. I was so happy.
Hey, Mom. Guess who it met at the office today?
Yunhai liked Ijin since long ago. And Ijin is a rightful bloodline of the Jongs. So why not?
And what if Gui-hyun wakes up? What if June returns back to the States and Gui-hyun takes over everything again? Then what are you going to do?
So I'm saying, let's wait a little. It's not that hard. All you have to do is stay still, Sean.
No, I can't do that.
Sean, think about us, the ones who raised you. Couldn't you do that for us? I'm begging you like this.
The more I talked with them, the more empty I felt inside. Where's Yunhai now?
She's at Gui-hyun's house. Ijin came back to the country in a rush with no time to prepare a place to stay, so he decided to stay at Gui-hyun's.
Ijin and Yunhai are at Gui-hyun's house.
We live close by, so we can take care of food for them, and Yunhai's been working at the director's office for a while. Yunhai can help out Ijin with the work. So I'd think that's how they came to that decision.
Yunhai, being together with Ijin on a Saturday morning will come with its own reasons. Other than just work. I remembered the Ijin who cold-heartedly turned his back on me. And the thought of him being with Yunhai was hard to grasp. Knowing Ijin, if Yunhai was annoying, or if he didn't like her, he would have never agreed to live with her. Even if she came to stay, he would have sent her away. Can you go find Yunhai? Tell her to call me. Goodbye. No. It doesn't matter to me who Aijin meets or loves now. Even if that person was Yunhai.
Sian, couldn't you please help? So that Yunhai would be happy?
I have no intention to reveal Yunhai and Guihyun's relationship. And neither does it matter who Yunhai chooses to spend her time with or be with. Get the documents sorted, and don't embarrass me any further. Do those two things and I don't care what you do.
We just moved these boxes into your place, right?
Yeah, on the first floor. My agent?
You can take that call. I'll move the boxes, don't worry about me.
Alright, thanks. Hi, Ms. Jang, what is this about?
How have you been? Would you be able to check your email as soon as possible? Due to the sudden hiatus of your work, there are lots of questions and complaints from readers pouring into our platform.
Everything was so hectic, I forgot all about that. As soon as my father collapsed, I paused my novel publishing citing personal reasons. At first, I was only going to stop for a week, but Guihyun got into his accident. And I couldn't bring myself to write anything with all the uneasiness around me. And a week went by just like that. This is my first time hearing Ms. Jang so anxious. Let me quickly check my mail.
Wait, Sian. I wasn't trying to listen in. I just happened to overhear the conversation. But weren't you jobless?
No, I am not. How many times have I told you?
Then what do you do for a living? You're always stuck inside your house, and your body clock's all over the place. What's this about an agent?
I work on my computer. We good work now? Work emails have been flooding in while I haven't checked. I'll reply quickly and get it over with. Huh. Mail list. Dear Drumstick, please check your email. Please give me a reply. I am asking about your Hyatt. This email. Dear Drumstick, as long as it's not life-threatening for you, it would be great if you could please start publishing your novel again. I'm one of your most dedicated readers, who's been reading your work since your first episode. So I think I have the right to ask this of you. What is this? They're a dedicated reader, so they have the right to order me around? And anyway, how did they know my email address? My publisher has been keeping my identity a secret since the beginning. My name, gender, age, along with everything else was a secret. Drumstick, web novel writer. Occupation, web novel writer, fantasy. Date of birth, unknown. Gender, unknown. Famous works, Dragon's Wings, Dragon's Heart. As my work got developed into a game and made a hit, many users wanted to know the identity of the original author. And interview requests started pouring into my publisher's desk, but I never responded to any of them. I didn't even give away my social media, let alone any other details. But this so-called dedicated reader found my email address? I'm quite confounded. Miss Jang, a particular dedicated reader emailed me. How did they find my email address? The only place who knows my Drumstick email address is the publisher.
As you said, only the CEO of the publishing company, and I know your email. That's really strange. You know our CEO wouldn't do anything to disclose information.
Yes, but...
I guess nothing's happened yet, so I'll just keep an eye out. A simple email won't be a legal issue. I'll bring this up with the CO.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out too. It's quite odd, but there's no solid solution. As the agent said, I'm not in danger or anything, so I can't take any action. Ah. You scared me. Make some noise when you move.
I've been sweating silly in the middle of winter moving all those boxes, and that's all you have to say to me? Even if you were jobless, I still retain my right to let you get me some beef today. So that's that.
I knew you were gonna say that, so I asked Sukli and Chief to come too. I bought a lot of meat. I'll cook you prime beef.
Beef? And prime quality at that? Am I dreaming? I could just die tomorrow.
It would be a waste to die after having beef.
Anyway, how much did you spend? I was born rich, and I work at a big company. I couldn't live with myself for mooching off beef from a part-timer that works from home.
Just eat. And don't come nagging at me later saying that you paid for the beef. Thanks a lot for today.
It was for our boss. Why are you thanking me?
I'm thanking you as the owner of this house.
It's not even your house. Stop the big talk. Ah, but I really am exhausted.
You worked hard. Get some shut-eye on the sofa. I'll wake you when Sukli and the chief arrive.
Aren't you lonely?
Huh.
If you are, then I'll be here to hang out.
I like being alone.
You have no idea how fun it is hanging out with another person.
I've never had fun hanging out with another person. Come to think of it. When it was the two of us, I've never laughed out loud before. I was always shaking with uneasiness. Or sad and afraid. At odd times, those emotions creep up to bother me.
Cian. If you keep that up and anything goes wrong, you're gonna end up like Sukhui.
Excuse me. If you're wide awake, why don't you get up and start helping with the ingredients?
You always want to put me to work.
But now, those affairs are all a thing of the past.